Let's take a look at a science term. Our term is law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass has 8 syllables. Law of conservation of mass. A scientist in the late 1700s determined that in a chemical reaction, no matter is made and no matter is destroyed, it just changes form. So, the law of conservation of mass tells us matter is not created and not destroyed, it just changes forms. This means when things break down, if you collect all their individual parts and add their weights or masses together, you will still have 100% of the mass you started with. Here we have an example. To the right, you see a model airplane. To the left, we've taken that plane apart and added their individual pieces back together and found them to be equivalent. In chemistry terms, you'll see on the left-hand side 2 atoms of copper plus 2 atoms of oxygen. When added together, they become copper oxide, but their mass is the same. We often think of conservation as the action of being responsible while in natural environments. This is a different kind of conservation. Any time an amount of one substance is added to an amount of another substance and a reaction happens, the amounts of the substances produced will equal the amount of the substances added together, even though they've been changed. For example, on the left-hand side, you see 2 diatomic atoms. We see chlorine, represented by Cl2, and hydrogen, represented by H2. However, when we pull them apart and recombine them on the right-hand side, we have hydrochloric acid. However, the mass is the same. Law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass.